Hi. Hello there. Welcome in, everyone. The start of stream sort of snuck up on me there. Welcome in, everyone. Happy to see you back. Hello, I am Chef Jay Tay. Happy to see all of you back. Hello, Will Poker. Hello, Nan Raider. Welcome in, Rosewitch. Hello, Melvin. Hello, El Capitano. Hopefully I didn't miss anyone there. Let's see here. Tiff, welcome in. Getting toasty over here. Well, I'm convinced that I need a new scale. It's a sad realization. I don't know what happened. I'm guessing that there's some sort of water corrosion inside of it that is shorting slightly. Welcome in, Sniper. Hello there, JK4T. Because it is yet again zapped out my batteries after like 2 weeks. There's something wrong where, like, and I've changed batteries up twice now. It's not like the batteries are all dying at once. I've even changed brands of batteries. So, yeah. Yep. But will the new ones still say hi to chat? Is my voice too peaky, chat? All you lovely peoples out there. Sometimes I wonder if I've got it cranked too high. That didn't max out on the scale. Cool. I have no, like, education or proper knowledge in audio, and so, like, let's see how long the scale lasts tonight. Not long enough. I didn't know if to comment on that one or not, the Rose Witch. Yeah. I'm glad I don't sound like a castrated young boy. That's I think that's a plus. I don't know. It's Twitch, so I don't know, but yeah. My Monday has been rather uneventful. Like, today was one of those days where I could have gotten 101 things done, and could have gotten a ton of things done, have a ton of things on the list to get done. Like, time constraints, having the stream today, like, everything seemed to get in the way of actually getting any of that done, so it turned into sort of a, well, I can't do anything day, and I did a bunch of stuff around the house. I moved my coffee table into my bedroom, and moved all of my hockey, like, portrait photos from ages ago. Like, none of the hockey stuff that I have is for anyone that's even still playing the game anymore. Anyways, I moved all of that into the bedroom because it wasn't working back there. And this is part of the whole get rid of the couch thing. Yeah. Why you not cooperating with me, camera? Whoa. What's this? There we go. Normal track. There we go. You noticed that? I'm not a huge fan of that part when it comes to, like, there's without doubt physicality when it comes to the game of hockey. And there is most certainly checking and all of that. I don't know if we're still in the age where we still need, well, I don't know if we really need the enforcer other than for, like, the playoffs. Playoffs, it's sort of, you know, you get someone beating up on your star player. Like, show me a good Nicholstrom, you know, defensive check into the boards when they're not looking and just absolutely destroy them type thing. Yeah, people mention the Avs and the only thing I think of is Fight Night at the Joe. That said, the Wings have not done anything in ages. I'm forgetting his name. Good old Kenny. Forgetting his last name. General manager for a long, long time. Brought the Wings. I am not part of the Wings. Brought the Wings a great amount of success. And then just dived them into the ground as the salary cap came in. And Eiserman was an amazing player and captain for the team. He did all right in Tampa. I don't see him doing anything amazing in Detroit. He's trying. But, I mean, I don't know what I don't think he's going to get much done. But regardless of what team you watch, if you even like hockey at all, thank you for joining me tonight. Cheers. Where do we start with tonight's dinner? I haven't even said what I'm doing for dinner tonight other than the title. What's the dinner command even do? Is it telling you fictitious things like I'm going to be using truffle oil or anything ridiculous like that? It was doing that earlier. No, we've cleaned that up since then. That is good. This is no longer inventing ingredients that I'm going to be using. I am going to be making a tomato, pepper, and onion and horseradish soup because you gotta have something to dip your grilled cheese in. And then for the actual sandwich itself, I don't think that we're gonna go the traditional route. I could. I've got a loaf of bread to use for this project. Welcome in, Soph. I think the plan for tonight is homemade fried Uncrustables, but grilled cheese edition. So we're going to have... I'm going to take 2 slices of bread, make rounds of cheese slightly smaller. We'll seal the bread with a little bit of egg. And then fry it. So hopefully we'll have melty rounds of cheese. I've got my NASA avatar and emote, which you get for watching NASA for an hour while they're doing the broadcast. When I started streaming, actually now they're probably just coming back into reception again. But when I was setting up for stream, they had just went on the far side of the moon and were going to be out of contact for 40 minutes. Yeah, that emote. That one that El Capitano has there. The NASA emote. Did I hear during the transmissions there that they can't use the toilet again? Like it's out of commission again or something? Oh. You gotta keep it interesting, NASA, huh? I half think that they do this on purpose just because they know it's gonna be memey. And it's gonna give them media, and it's potentially going to lead to money at some point, maybe 20 years down the line when the kids watching this can actually vote. That said, I've got a little bit of space fever going on. Like I'm feeling the hype. I'm feeling the excitement. It's all over Twitch, at least. It's a lot of engineering and fun engineering stories when it comes to space, and we needed a custom tool to do this, like this, and so we custom fabricated a pair of lawn clippers and give them a drill head to the end, and you know, it's a lot of like backyard stuff that it's like someone made this in their garage, didn't they? At least with the old NASA stuff. Now we probably got half $1 billion company behind every little part, but how are we doing all of these? Am I dicing all of these aromas? I guess so. Kerbal's been around for a minute now. How old is Kerbal now? Are we on like version 2 or 3 now or something? Are they more than 50% done with their mission at this point? Maybe that's why they don't want to overfill their tanks at this point. They don't want to overfill what they estimate will happen if they never allow it to unfreeze. Is this working tonight? Yes, it is. Nice. Yeah, that's a toughie. Like, that seems to happen to a lot of games. Like, I've been playing Skylines Cities 2 a little bit, and that's sort of like, they're starting to try and build that back up again, but they had a rough time trying to make a second version. And that seems to happen for so many games. Like, EverQuest, the first major game that well, not the first, but among the first major games that I got hugely hooked on. Like, they came out with EverQuest 2 and then kept developing EverQuest 1. That happened to Stream Raiders too. Like, Stream Raiders came out with Stream Pirates, or what was the Pirates? I don't know if it was Stream Pirates or some other pirate name. And then they didn't hack it after that either. Like, I feel like maybe game companies should just focus on their one baby unless it's been like 20 years. I don't know, maybe it was... No, it wasn't 20 years for EverQuest. I enjoyed Stream Raiders. I didn't so much like Stream Pirates. I almost went back to doing Stream Raiders when I decided I didn't like Stream Pirates, but I just sort of ditched it. Let's do all of them. Multicolor pack, by the way. Ooh, top of the hour ads. Shall see you, lovely peoples. When we get back from that, I'm just going to be chopping peppers. Wow, that ad, it's not giving me much time at all for an ad break now. It's supposed to be giving me 30 seconds, and it used to be too long. Thank you for such an amazing chat this past hour. Mouth-watering memories of epic, juicy, Lucy, out-of-this-world conversations about NASA avatars and space. You always keep the kitchen lively. Keep the quick snack. Grab a quick snack during this ad break. We'll be right back for some delicious cooking. Okay, I'll take it, bot. Welcome, Alex. $80 streams. Wow. Chat's going to be really frustrated when they don't know this one. It's a dessert. Trying to think of things that I could say to give a hint without, like, giving it away, but Well, I guess it doesn't have to be a dessert. It's just typically a dessert when I hear of this word. So close, Capitano. So close. But that's why Soph is our scramble champ. Toast dessert for breakfast. Yeah, I heard that line as a kid too, I think. Still wanted them. You see, toaster strudel's true downfall is that you have to use a toaster for it. Or like a toaster oven or an oven. You have to actually cook it. Like, I think the reason that Pop-Tarts sort of put them in the ground is people, even though you really should cook a Pop-Tart, I think a lot of people don't. I forgot I write a rag for tonight. Oops. Pop-Tarts are better microwave than toasted. Yeah, I can't stand Pop-Tarts at this point in my life. I know at one point in my life I was all about them, or at least I enjoyed them. And I'm pretty sure I bought a couple of packs when I was in college. But, like, they just have such a flour flavor to them. Like, if you enjoy good pastry, you know the flavor of good flour, properly made products from it. You eat a Pop-Tart and you're like, that was disgusting. It doesn't really matter about the actual filling or the topping that's on it. Well, you got me with that. Mostly you got me with that because I was, what the heck? That was the first time that someone has used slash me or the emote like text. And over here, it wrote your entire message in your name color. So it wrote the entire thing in bright yellow. Like it was some like redemption or something. I'm like, did he just do a theme redemption on the what? Exactly. Yeah. Which, by the way, I wish that Twitch brought that back. Like, that was an old school thing with Twitch. A couple years back, you do slash me slash m. It would type out your text in like color, and they said that people were harassing people with it or something. I just totally did not understand. their excuse did not make sense. But they at least brought it back so it looks like it's like... Oh, but only the streamer sees the color. It still doesn't show up colored in my, like, stream manager. It shows up colored over there in my streamer bot chat. It's the only reason that I'm using really StreamerBot anymore is they have a chat window that has multi-platform, so I can have both Twitch and YouTube combined in there for me to see both at once. I'm not broadcasting both Twitch. And I'm also using it for like a couple of commands. Like I created a lot of the channel point redemptions in StreamerBot, and so nowadays I'm just forwarding them from StreamerBot to SprinkleBot, but StreamerBot is still sort of handling them because Twitch views StreamerBot as owning them. Yeah, I'm sure FSZ or one of the other ones do that. They do all sorts of wonderful things. Like, if you're new to Twitch, or you're unfamiliar with Franker Faces, or Better TTV, or... Better TTV is pretty much dead, but the emotes remain. There are extensions out there that allow you to dramatically change how Twitch looks in your browser. You can move your chat to the other side of the window. You can change it so it's alternating colors in the background. You can... Like, there's 50, 100 different settings in Franker Faces that you can do to modify just the Twitch window. Adds all sorts of cool little added buttons that Twitch don't. Like, you can refresh the stream without refreshing the whole window. You get a readout on your actual ping delay to the streamer you're watching to see how delayed the video you are watching is. Really cool stuff, but Twitch is apparently only really interested in being the protocol. So we'll start with some onion in the pan. Yeah, that too. Like, I haven't pressed that like push plus one number or whatever it is to claim channel points in years because of Franker Faces. It just automatically does it for you. IVS. I hate acronyms. In vitro services. Let's go to onions a bit more. They're considerably larger than these peppers. I'm going to add a bit of light garlic to this party. I've actually been at a sort of loss of what they're actually doing. Are you serious about that one, Alex? Because it's sort of confusing to me in some aspects on what they're actually doing with Twitch. Like, they have a completely separate video service for Amazon to do their, like, infomercials. Oh, it's pure conspiracy theory. But if you remember back to the days when Amazon and Microsoft were fighting over cloud contracts for the government, that seemed to line up rather awkwardly with the Mixer thing. Tomatoes. Touch more salt for with those tomatoes. The other salt. Dried oregano. You at full height, full heat. I'm sort of torn on one thing that I thought about doing for tonight's dinner, and I've sort of decided against. We're doing ultimate grilled cheese, which I'm very obviously not grilling, but I thought about frying some pepperoni and throwing it in the center. And decided too much. That's not a grilled cheese anymore. Dial it back. And here we are. Jalapeno popper sandwich. I'm more picturing... Someone says jalapeno popper sandwich, and I'm more picturing like whole jalapeno poppers between two slices of bread type deal. I'm not picturing like a deconstructed jalapeno popper like I did for that pizza a week or two ago. Or 3 or 4. I'm going to allow this to cook down a little bit before I add a bit of water and give it a blend. Sort of what I'm doing tonight, but no jalapenos, no cream cheese. I am sort of curious if maybe I should try dipping these in something, but I don't know that I really want to try and make like a pancake batter or anything like that to coat. That's just going to be a mess. No. This was my lazy choice of white bread where I was. I don't know that I have really a white bread favorite anymore. Maybe if they're still making Wonder Bread? I know they closed the regional thing here ages ago. When they went bankrupt and got bought. Dill pick. Oh, that's self. It's just that I think I can assume that I know who it is if someone mentions dill pickles in my chat. We going all the way? We doing the biggest ring out? Made it hard for myself to get the big one out. Not quite. Going second biggest. Dill pickle fudge Oreo. Was that an April 1st thing? What wasn't an April 1st thing, and I posted it in the Discord, is, at least in Brazil, apparently, McDonald's is going to be offering these plastic McDonald's arches designed to fit over the thumbsticks on your controller, so it keeps your character moving in circles while you eat. Yeah, but they announced it on the 3rd. At least that was my understanding. That was too small. No immediate plans. No. We lost tomato to the stove. So I was looking into what I should be doing for California on Sunday. This coming Sunday, not yesterday. And my current thoughts are leaning towards the salad side. What I think I'm going to be doing on Sunday is actually a Cobb salad. Because apparently the Hollywood Derby Hotel also is famous for a turkey dish, being the Cobb salad, versus the other Derby. You're giving me ideas, though, Alex. I'm working on something here. So we're putting American, then cheddar. Little sprinkle of mozzarella. No, sliced American. We got 2 slices here. Where's my hidden slice of American? Did I only slice 3 slices of American? I guess I only sliced 3. Oops. Oh, hey, double oops. Staring at the board rather than over here. Let's finish building this too. So we'll go back over the stove. We're going to add 2 cups of water in with our soup. Cover on that, put that over here on blender. Come over here, switch to the cutting board, and mute for the noise. Soup. We'll give that a rough strain. Use the coarse filter strainer. Just to keep any large clumps out of this. Any huge pieces of tomato skin or anything left behind. There shouldn't be much of anything like that though, because I chopped most of it up pretty well already. No! Lost to the sink forever. Like, all that was hidden in that beautiful soup. Like, it's not horrible stuff, but, like, I don't want that in my food. Do you want that in your dinner? Quickly cleaning off my strainer here, because otherwise it all dries and sticks to it. Gotta clean it immediately. That's the trick to strainers, by the way, everyone. Like, dishwashers hate strainers because cooks in kitchens will use them and then throw them in the back corner of their station and forget about them until end of service, and then they're trying to clean out something from 3 hours ago. Okay, so that's looking pretty good right there. I'm happy with that. We're going to add a bit of horseradish to that party. Might as well keep using the same spatula, why not? Rinse all the heavy stuff off of it though. Yummy. Definitely needs to be heated up because I haven't brought it up to a boil with the water I added. Hit that with a pinch more salt though. Am I getting an echo? I keep hearing what seems like an occasional echo, and I don't know if it's my earbud again. And we're going to add a bit of horseradish, which I just grabbed with a loose lid, and it gave me a bit of a heart attack. But let's see if this is actually going to be pourable in its day and age. Nope, don't think so. Need some more horseradish than that. Want this to have a little bit of a kick. We're going to have another slight AFK here while oil heats up again. Just to let people know. I'm going to try and do it here in a little over 10 minutes here so it overlaps with ads too. Need another piece of American cheese for that. Might as well leave the American out because I'm going to use it with some of the rest too. Maybe went a little too deep there. That's why I egg wash that a little bit. Add a little extra egg there and make sure it doesn't get all mixed up. Speaking of mixed up, that's all nicely up to a boil. We're going to cut the heat on that so that it doesn't get cooked to death. Well, let's just make sure that it stays warm from here on out. I guess I could do this too and make sure that we get our ends well connected with that yolk. Okay, so we got our two sandwiches. Now we need to get some oil set up here. Yeah, let's clean you up and use you. Hey, goat. Welcome, welcome. We're working on grilled cheese sandwiches tonight. Except I'm not really doing traditional grilled cheese sandwiches. We have our sandwiches prepped here. We have a center core of American cheddar and mozzarella. Mozzarella for that ultimate stretch, but the cheddar for the flavor and the American for the melt. And these are sealed with a bit of egg yolk around the sides. We're going to give these a fry. In addition, I've made some soup. Because you make grilled cheese, you got to have something to dip it into. So we have a tomato, sweet pepper, onion, and horseradish soup. So it's got a bit of a kick to it besides being a tomato veggie soup. And as soon as that pan on the other side of this dries out a little bit, we're going to start heating up oil to do our frying. Thank you. It's on the simpler side of soups to do. I mean, I more or less just sauteed tomatoes, onions, and peppers and blended them with some water. I gotta get some water to drink. It's hydration time. Welcome, Beardedry. Drop oil down in there. Tomatoes are this... Did I just try... I don't know. I tried the combined tomato potato... Anyways. Tomatoes are a wonderful combination of fruity and savory that we don't see in a lot of other ways. Or a lot of other products or fruits or veggies. It's that natural MSG in there while being a fruity. So these are odds and ends from chopping this up earlier. I pulled this slice of bread out. It was too small to make the circles. But I'm not going to throw it back in the pack because that's a great way to make all of your bread moldy really quick. Yeah. We'll leave that cool. We'll leave that like that. We reuse a bowl. Okay, I guess there wasn't much on there. And I'm going to use another egg because that wasn't enough. Tomato, like, 99% of raw tomatoes I don't want, but that 1%, there's, like, the 1% of tomatoes that are fresh and come direct out of a garden have never been refrigerated, have never seen below 55 degrees. Those are amazing. But it's not even 1%. It's less than 1%. It's the top 10% of... It's the 1/10 of a percent. Because, like, you start off with the good farms to begin with, or the good gardens, at least. Okay, we're getting close enough to pre-rolls going off so that I am going to take a break here. We're going to allow the oil to heat up. We're coming back. I'm going to finish doing my savory bread pudding that I haven't told people that's what I'm working on, but that's what I'm working on. And we'll fry our sandwiches when we get back. What oil temp are we at? We're at about 200 degrees. So I will see all of your lovely faces back here in 5 to 10. Well, let's say 10. 10-minute break.
You can be in command of your own ideal countdown. It's a real electronic missile base. You sit at the controls and move missiles into place. You count down. You blast off. You track the flight. The ideal countdown comes complete with moon missile and lunar probe, as well as a giant atlas. Get your electronic ideal countdown now, wherever good toys are sold.
Something new has been added. The General Electric portable mixer now has a drink mixer for delicious shakes and juice drinks in quicker than a shake. An extra attachment at no extra cost. This GE portable mixer weighs less than 3 pounds, yet it's powerful enough to blend the heaviest batter. Also mixes sauces at the range. It has low speed for cookie dough, medium speed for beating frostings, and high speed for whipping egg whites. And look, this handy push button releases the beaters at a touch. And no dangling cord. You can remove the cord so it stores neatly on the wall. Comes in 4 decorator colors. See it at your GE dealers. Does any mixing job anywhere.
Right, Aroni, the San Francisco treat. Right, Aroni, everybody's got the beat. Started out where cable cars play this song. Now tried at home before very long. Right, Aroni, the San Francisco treat.
From San Francisco, famous for food, comes Rice-A-Roni, the exciting new side dish. Here at last is a welcome change, a change from potatoes. Now you can serve Rice-A-Roni, a delicious side dish with meat, chicken, or fish. And you make Rice-A-Roni in minutes. Everything's right in the box. A packet of soup base, rice, and vermicelli that you brown in butter. Add the special herb-flavored broth, and in minutes, Rice-A-Roni. Fluffy, fragrant. A wonderful change from potatoes.
Rice-A-Roni, the San Francisco treat.
You are now looking at a slice of bread being spread with creamy-style Skippy peanut butter, as only Mary Ellen can spread it there. All right, now, as you look at that, don't want you to leave me, because I want to show you something, believe it or not, that a lot of people like even better. Suppose we were to take some fresh roasted peanuts here, and like Mary Ellen has been doing all evening, and putting them in a nut chopper here. Give a couple more little chugs, will you, please? Mm-hmm. I think that'll do it just fine. Now you find in there some just tiny little golden nuggets of roasted peanuts. and they are colossal. Now, I want to try something here. Suppose we were to take these, now let me try an experiment, do you mind, honey? And we'd sprinkle them over the creamy style Skippy. Say, how is that, huh?
Ooh, that looks good.
It does look good. All I did that for was to tell you that you can get that and enjoy it anytime you want. You won't have to go through any chopping process either, because the Skippy people do that for you in chunk style. That's done for you up in the factory. Now, chunk style, you see, has sprinkled all through it very generously through the entire jar those golden little nuggets that you saw there, just about like that. So that's already done for you there. Now, of course, either style, whether it's cream or chunky, if you get Skippy, you are getting the peanut butter that stays fresh right down to the last spoonful in the jar. And so I make it very simple again. I want you to know that this is an honest fact.
If you like peanuts, you'll like Skippy.
What? Keeping the coffee in the icebox?
Yes, Mr. Jones, it's a new kind of coffee, roasted by a new secret process. Hence, this new none-such coffee has a different flavor, a flavor preserved by vacuum packing, the flavor retained by refrigeration after the jar has been opened. Just taste it. You can't miss that delicate aroma, that clean, mellow taste. Yes, in cooking, the way to a man's heart is most of all through the coffee pot. In every jar, you'll find 3 special pointers, valuable in all methods of making coffee. Try new none-such coffee now. Use half the jar. If not 100% satisfied, get all your money back from your grocer without argument. Special for movie week, only 28 cents a pound, plus 3 cents refundable deposit on the jar.
Here's the newest, most exciting sound in town. It's a General Electric blender that's going around. Completely new from base to lid. Take it apart, see what they did. The non-skid base is the lowest you'll ever see.
The decanter has a 36-ounce blending capacity.
The non-spill lid is really smart. For blending convenience, it comes apart. Add additional ingredients, if you will. Look, no splash, see no spill. Put them all together and you know it's true. The General Electric blender is best for you. If you want to know another reason why,
It's only 10 1/2 inches high.
stores easily on the counter or on a shelf. There's 1,000 things you can make yourself.
Make party spreads.
Great cabbage heads. Blend the meatloaf for a family of 8. Make ice-cold drinks you'll appreciate. Now's the time for you to buy the General Electric blender.
Did he say only 10 1/2 inches high?
Daddy! Gee, Mom was counting on that Jell-O cake for Johnny's Scout meeting tomorrow. Okay, Daddy. It's so easy to make a cake with Betty Crocker cake mix. I'll make her another one. White cake, devil's food, yellow cake.
It's a good thing her mom's modern. I'm Betty Crocker. With my yellow cake mix, all you do is add water and a couple of fresh eggs. The other ingredients are in the package. Same fine things you'd use right in your own home. You'll get a perfect cake just like this, or write General Mills, Minneapolis, Minnesota, and they'll send your money back. A high cake, a light cake, a better tasting cake.
And don't think it isn't. That's why Betty Crocker herself says,
I guarantee a perfect cake every time you bake, cake after cake after cake.
Hey, new Kellogg's Okays. Note the improvement? They put a bear on the box, which improved it so much, they decided to improve the cereal, too.
Oh, come on, Yogi. Let's be serious about Kellogg's new Okays, okay?
Like the Space Bears say, hey, okay.
Well, first, how nutritious are Kellogg's new Okays? Well, they're made from oats. And of all grains, oats are the richest in proteins and rich in other bodybuilding essentials, too. In fact, some people consider it their duty to eat oats. Yogi.
But now, with a really delicious oat cereal like Kellogg's OKs around, people can have their oats and enjoy them, too. Especially Kellogg's new OKs. For Kellogg's new OKs are crispier... cripsier and toastier, and therefore tastier than ever. So for the best in oats, get Kellogg's new OKs.
The one with the bear on the box. Suitable for framing.
Univac, the giant electronic brain made only by Remington Rand, takes business statistics from magnetic tape, letters, numbers, and punctuation marks, processing them through its electronic circuits at phenomenal speeds. Univac can compute payrolls electronically, then produce printed checks in a flash. Over 8,000 checks an hour with this high-speed printer. Univac leads the field of electronic computing.
Say, do you remember this old milk glass satin hen? Well, you know, milk glass was an early American favorite. And when the folks in the old days wanted something really delightful, they'd take one of their milk glass goblets and pour some very fine wine right into it. Well, now, you know, it's Welch's wine that is keeping this wonderful tradition alive. A real wine for folks who really want the best. Yes, today's answer to this age-old family tradition is Welch's family wine, the answer to warm hospitality and really gracious living, and the wine that so many Americans enjoy these wintry days. You know, there is very good reason for this ever-increasing popularity of Welch's wine. Now, you folks know that all sweet Concord kosher wines are made from grape juice. And everybody knows who has been making the very finest grape juice for the past 85 years. Welch's, of course. And that's right, the only kosher wine made from Welch's grape juice is naturally Welch's kosher wine. Now, when you want the best in grape juice, you buy Welch's. So, doesn't it make sense, then, if you want the best and most delicious kosher wine, you insist on Welch's family wine? You get several bottles tomorrow. Try the half-gallon size. And you enjoy the wine of all occasions. That's right, when it comes to...
Get the half-gallon size. Welcome back, everyone. Hello there, Miminik. I am deciding what container I am going to put this in. I have pulled out my toaster oven. This is the cheddar here. I'm going to chop this up a bit finer, hoping it gets a little more distributed. So, American and cheddar, and handful of mozzarella. I put the bag away. I bought shredded cheese. I basically never buy shredded cheese. Every once in a while when it comes to mozzarella, which is this case. Now we need some seasoning in here. Make this interesting. Let's do a bit of chili powder. Bit of onion powder. Garlic. And do a bit of paprika, but not in the areas that the chili was. And I think that's still a bit light. I might add another egg to that. Ooh, that's what I could add to that. And we still need the other egg with that, or... Yeah. Why not? Let's risk it. Okay, the extra egg, make sure we have binder for all of this. And then I just thought last second here that, you know, we're going savory with this. Why don't we throw a little salsa in there too? I don't have much in the, like, meat department here to add into this party, but we can put a sprinkle of salsa in here. So cheesy salsa eggy bread pudding. The only question is, what the heck am I going to cook this in? I sort of want to put it in my small cast iron, but cast iron's not going to do well in the Do we just freeform it? Maybe we just cheat and go freeform. So we got tin foil on the pan that comes with the toaster oven. And then this is just gonna... just like that. And we set you to a little 300, 350. According to its ancient, probably piece of bimetallic thermometer, thermometer. What's our oil temp at here? 280. Okay. I want to give this solid 25. I carefully make sure my green onions are always like lightly wrapped. In a situation where they can off gas, but they're not being directly blown on. And for some reason, every single time I go back to grab my green onions, the bag has been ripped open by something else going in there, or I live alone, so I have no one I can really blame. It just keeps happening. Hey, they can see me. You might want to try now. It works a little bit better than dinner most of the time these days. Now actually summarizes what I'm actually doing these days, whereas dinner is just a summary of the overall night. Well, I'm essentially making uncrustable grilled cheese. I've got them prepped. We're going to be frying them. Hi, Noimoo. So that is going to be our grilled cheese tonight. We have a combination of American cheddar and mozzarella in the center of these, and they're sealed with egg yolk. And then on the stove, the lovely soup that you see there is a tomato, sweet pepper, onion, and horseradish. Soup. So we got dip in soup too. The leftover cut off ends of bread, the cut off pieces of cheese, a little bit of salsa, some extra eggs, all got mixed together with a little bit of milk as well. And that is in the toaster oven as a savory bread pudding. It's sort of like all the scraps. I don't know what I'm going to do with these whites, but we're going to use some of these for our garnish on our soup. Hey, Venomous Shadows. Why isn't that showing over here? Why is it not remembering that connection? I don't know how long ago you were in chat, Venomous Shadows. If you're still there, thank you for hanging out with me. That was over on YouTube for you Twitch people. I missed a YouTuber because even though I said earlier tonight, StreamerBot combines multiple platforms, you have to have it. It's not logging into YouTube automatically. It's not saving that for some reason. Even though I clicked save after doing it. Hi, Noimoo. I am doing quite well. I'm a little bit warm right now, but otherwise I'm doing quite well. I hope you are well as well. For everyone out there, Noimoo is our clip champion of the month for March. If you clip the clip with the most views, you get to pick a theme out for a stream. What's our oil temp at here? Ooh, we've broke 300. There we go. Couldn't find the... there's a little button on the microphone that I can mute if I'm in a cough or something like that. And I couldn't find it to turn it back on. I guess we'll go with this for now, because we're sort of waiting on this guy over here. This guy right here. We got a little under 18 minutes on the bread pudding for anyone just joining in. That's at 325 to 350 in the toaster oven. So definitely not exact science on temperature there. It's probably wildly fluctuating, but trying to find somewhere in there. Yeah, I can see that, Noimoo. It's still acidic, and if you're just staying away from tomatoes, that's one thing. If you love tomatoes, you might try like a roasted tomato soup, or roasting tomatoes to make your soup, heavily roasting them and then heavily cooking them. The more you give them heat exposure and over time, the more you're going to break those acids down. That's why tomato soup, tomato sauce, you cook it for hours and it gets sweeter and sweeter. It's not really getting sweeter. You're doing some things to make sugar sweeter, simpler, so they're sweet, but you're also doing things to get rid of the acids. It's complicated. I think we're in the ballpark where I want to start with our frying here. Little early with the bread pudding, but I'm going to go for it. Do I do both at once or do one at a time? I think we're going to do one at a time. Ooh, they're floaters. Fine salt. Oops. Flame off since I splashed the oil there. We're basically done with frying anyways. Fine salt. Flame off there. Put a lid on this oil. Take a look at our bread pudding. That's gonna need a while. That's actually gonna need longer than that. Bread pudding, maybe we'll take a photo of that after. And thank you, everyone. Especially appreciate Noimoo with the theme appreciating my work. Thank you. Okay, now for the part that everyone wants to see, but I have to sort of... Well, let's make sure I got a photo of this first. Let's double check our photo on this. Don't trust myself again. Yeah, cheese pull time. But we're going to hack the cheese pull a little bit. Not a huge pull, but a little bit. Why don't we give this a shot here? You're not on. Let's turn you on. The camera, that is. Nice scramble timing. Yeah, you're right, Will. Oh yeah. Yummy, yummy, yum, 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 yum. But I think that is tonight's dinner. What's your thoughts? Do you need crust for your perfect grilled cheese? Maybe you consider that crust. As usual, photos will be in the Discord. Let me grab another one here with the cheesy interior. I don't know if I got one with that. We're getting a little messy here now, too. I made the mistake of mowing down on it before getting all of the good photos. So one last one, and then we're going to call it a night. Thank you for that reminder too, Will. We can go there and make that determination live. Yep. It does look like mozzarella sticks have won against sesame. Losing ingredients can be immediately added back to the ingredient list for a chance to be back into the finales once again. It's oh yeah, it is April. That's because I started the first one with April Fools and the bot didn't pick it up right, and now it probably won't pick up tomorrow's right unless I fix that right now. No. Let's double check that it's actually the 8th that it's going to be on. At least got that right. And that is our timer on our bread pudding. So hey, you get to see that too. So we have our free-form bread pudding made from the leftovers and a little bit of salsa mixed in along with the egg. I don't know, Soph. There seems to be something weird about Sesame where chat loves... Everyone in Discord loves voting it into the finals, and then they always pick something else. I'm not sure what's going on there. That's cheesy. I think mozzarella sticks and sesame were pretty fair fight. Like, I mean, it was a tied vote. They both have... Like, they're both sort of neutral in some ways, and both can be used a little bit on both ways. I think ultimately what won it over was with cheese. People love cheese. Okay, I think this is where we are going to leave things for this wonderful evening. I hope you have all had a wonderful start to your week. I wish to see you back here on Wednesday. For the cheese stick ingredient challenge. Friday, I think we have Can It Be Delicious? Is that no, that's too early for that. That's next week. We've got chicken stock on Friday. Long stream on Friday. Long stream on Friday. I'm saying that for myself almost as much as all of you. Long stream on Friday. We've got California on Sunday. I talked about that earlier. Going to be doing. I'm leaning towards Cobb salad. There's a couple other alternatives out there. I don't know what I really want to do tri-tip with the cost of beef right now. But tri-tip was a solid contender. I think I might be going avocado toast and Cobb salad. So that's what Sunday's probably going to be. Thank you all for joining in with me tonight. Let's see who's out there on Twitch land tonight. You know, I think I'm gonna let you all hang out with Astro Canuck tonight. I'm gonna go send you all off to go hang out with one of our space observers tonight to go hang out and give his perspective on what's going on with the space mission. I shall be back here. I said, I went through all that. I don't need to repeat myself. Thank you all for joining me tonight. I hope to see you again soon. And good night.